Hello guys, welcome back to Sports Zone. Today we're going to talk about Arsenal and the signing that they have been complete so far in the transfer window. Um, I'm going to talk about two of the year that I think Arsenal should sign players in before the transfer window are closed. Um, for one, I think they need a number nine. And reason so, not saying that Gabriel Jesus cannot play a number nine, but in order to compete week in and week out and have to compete against Liverpool and Manchester City, I think they need a number nine. Because when you look at Gabriel Jesus' conversion rate, I don't think he's one of the striker that gonna take most of his chance. Um, when you watch Gabriel Jesus in games, he's the type of player that if he get like 10 chance, he maybe finish two of them. And that's my personal opinion on that. And also, I think Arsenal need a better right back. Even though the player that they signed, so that the center of that team, but he can play a right back. But I think Arteta signed him as a center back, so he's mostly gonna feature or maybe be the backup center back for Sibala and Gabriel. Um, and if we're gonna talk about the two players that they signed in the middle of the park, that's Declan Rice and Kai Havertz. Um, if I would give both of those signing, if I would rate both of those signing on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 is the highest, I would say I would give them a 7. This is the reason why I would give them a 7. Whenever you look at Kai Havertz over the past couple of seasons at Chelsea, I think he's overrated, just to get that out of the way. I don't know his best position. I don't know if he play in the midfield or if he best suitable up front. So I don't know how he's gonna fit in Arsenal team, because you have Arsenal captain Odegaard who play as the number 10, and they signed Declan Rice to play the 6. So maybe he's gonna play as the number 8 in Arsenal team, but I don't see him as a midfielder, really and truly. But when he used to play for Bayern Leverkusen, Havertz usually play as a supporting striker. He don't play as a number 9, but he play behind the striker. But Arsenal don't play that type of football. They play with one striker, and the striker is Gabriel Jesus. So, and when you look at his price tag, 65 million plus other, and I think that's a scam. When you really look at that, his price tag is overrated. Arsenal shouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay so much money for Kai Havertz. Declan Rice. Declan Rice over 100 and odd mil. Firstly, I think Declan Rice is overrated when you look at it. I don't see a lot of difference between Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. When you look at Thomas Partey last season, especially in the first part of the season, he played really well. In the latter part of the season, because of some niggling injury, I don't think he get to finish the season as how we started it. And he can pass the ball. I think he can pass the ball better than Declan Rice. He can tackle better than Declan Rice. Like most English players, I personally think Declan Rice is overrated. And the way how he played the number 6, I don't think he's gonna be the best suitable or the best signing for Arsenal as a number 6. Reason why, he can get carried away as a defensive midfielder. He like to dribble. He like to get. You can see that the man want to score, and honestly, if you ask me, as a number six, your first priority or your number one priority on the field is to protect the back four. Not saying that he don't have the ability to protect the back four, but he can get carried away at times by going forward and try to chip in with a goal and long and dead. And I'm not saying that you would want your number six to can give you a 2 assists and chip in with a goal long and then, but as I said, his number one priority is should be able to protect the back four. I personally think if Arsenal did get that player from Brighton, that's Caicedo, I would say he would be a better suitable candidate for their midfield based on how them play and based on the type of player they already have. I think Arsenal should get a backup right winger for Saka. Saka play almost every game for Arsenal last season, and in the latter part of the season, like most Arsenal players, I think they kind of burn out, and also they look inexperienced at times. That's one of the things that cost them the season last season. When them should be able to close out game, they didn't close out game, and one of the biggest problem that Arsenal have, I think they got 2 good center half, but especially Gabriel, he have a mistake in him. This man will play for like 85 minutes, and he make one mistake in the 98th minute, and that mistake cost them a game. So I think Timber that they buy from Ajax is gonna be a good signing for them. I don't think he's gonna start for them, but he's gonna miss it. I personally think he's gonna be like a backup center half for them. As I said before, they need a right back. White is fair enough, but he's not a right back by trade. He's a center half. So he's kind of better on the defensive side of the right back position. But going forward, I think they need someone that can give them a more strength. I think going forward, I think they need someone who can contribute more going forward. So I think they should strengthen that year as well.